Lourdes Gurriel Jr. having a great month of June, but is it going to continue? It's At the Letters, brought to you by the all-new 2019 Ford Ranger. Been few players in baseball as hot as Lourdes Gurriel Jr. in the month of June, but do you think that he can sustain this production?
Definitely not. This level of production where you see 10 home runs in the course of a month, you see him batting average on balls in play of close to 400, no chance that that continues. But the Blue Jays don't need that to continue for him to be a really productive player. If he can hit 10 home runs in even 1 month, then you have evidence that he has real power that plays at the major league level against the best pitchers in the world. So if he goes ahead and hits 5 homers a month and he hits 300, then you have the makings of a really effective offensive player.
You know, I've always thought Lourdes Gurriel Jr. had a ton of potential, because you just look at him and you say, all right, that's a ball player, right? You know, he's tall and he's athletic and he's got a great swing. It's fluid. He can get to balls all over the strike zone, but he's not without his flaws. Obviously, he expands the zone a little bit too much. He goes chasing after those balls in the dirt or those fastballs in the other's batter's box a little too often, and we're still seeing that throughout this hot streak. He's just got such great bat-to-ball skills that anytime he's getting anything in the zone right now, he's barreling it up, more often than not hitting it over the fence. So no, it's probably not going to sustain at this level. He's probably always going to be a streaky hitter because of that patience and that plate discipline. But when you look at the aggregate of what he's done over his first 2 years as a big leaguer, like he's coming up on, you know, kind of that 600 plate appearance plateau, that 150 game mark where it's a full season. We're seeing OPS in the high 800s. So in the aggregate, it looks great. I think you're just going to have that streakiness, that, you know, those hot streaks we're seeing now, the cold streaks that we've seen as well. But in the end, you get a pretty good player.
Oh yeah, and I think you're happy to endure some of those cold streaks if you can have months like the one that we just saw, because if you look at his overall production, it's 25 home runs already in the major leagues for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And this is a guy with less than 120 games in the big leagues. So that's great production. And even if he has to stay in left field defensively, then that's the production of a power hitting left fielder. And then if he can add back second base or shortstop to his repertoire defensively, that's a bonus. But right now he's hitting like a power left fielder.
Yeah, don't forget about the elite left field defense where Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is gunning out runners left and right. I would expect the outfield assist rate to go down a little bit as you know, teams stop challenging him. I think they thought, hey, you're throwing this middle infielder out in left field. We're going to challenge his arm. We're going to see what he's got. And so far, we've seen throws from left field that StatCast has measured over 90 miles per hour. And they're accurate and they're on a line. Danny Jansen's not having to range up the first or third base line to go after some of these throws. So I think that's certainly impressive. I mean, when you talk about success stories for the Blue Jays this season, they might lose 100 games. So there's not going to be a ton of them. But I think that discovering that Lourdes Gurriel Jr. is, you know, not just kind of an ancillary piece of this rebuild and the future contending Blue Jays clubs, but perhaps a core piece, that's one of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's got to be the best story of the season for the Blue Jays. And who knows how it goes from here, but he's showing the Blue Jays something impressive already.
That's Ben, I'm Arden. It's At the Letters.